Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Won't you give me 3 steps? Give me 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps. Door to door. Give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps. I'll never see me no more. Oh, no. Welcome to the Daily Grind, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker, and it's Tuesday. It's a tasty Tuesday. It's a pretty Tuesday, and I got Jared with me. I got Jared Davidson, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you, sir?
Man, I am great. It is once again, beautiful morning here up in the 731 in Martin, Tennessee. It feels great outside. Took my dog outside, but no, we're doing good. One of my last days of work this week, thankfully. My wife and I are getting ready to head to Nashville this evening, so we're gonna enjoy. It's our fall break as a teacher, so we're gonna enjoy a little bit of time away. But yeah, so other than that, we're doing good. How are you doing, Luke?
I'm good, man. It is fall break, isn't it? I should know it's fall break. I'm here.
The last week and this week are like the two main weeks that everyone does fall break, and this week is just when.
I love it, man. There's nothing quite like having like your week sort of ending in the middle of the week is like the best. Awesome. It's the best.
Now I know when Monday comes around, I'm gonna be tired, but that's not the point. We got like 6 days till we get there.
That's future Jared's problem.
It's not my problem. It's
no.
Problem.
Present Jared doesn't have any problems,
No.
except that I'm gonna make him talk about big threes in the NBA. I don't know. This is a bad transition. I'll get better. It's Tuesday. I'll get better. There's really not a lot of I guess it's funny we're like an off day for the Grizzlies preseason. You know, we play tomorrow. Not really much news. They signed Charlie Brown Jr. We already talked about that a little bit. Just not a lot of new news to speak of. But that being said, ESPN did release. So let me preface this discussion with they start this conversation. The very first sentence of this article is the NBA might be in its death era, but star power still wins the day. I like that because in my mind, I don't know why you're going to say that the league's in its depth era and then you're going to proceed to rank the big threes. They do a very good job here of never quite calling it big threes. I think they just say the best 3 players on a team. The best.
Yeah, it's going back to the top. It's called ranking the top trios. So they don't call it big 3. They just call it trios.
Which semantics, but
synonyms.
Well, yeah, they're literally the same thing. When you start to look at this too, what I find interesting is obviously like the number 1 team, OKC, second team is Denver. To me, if I'm going to go to like a big 3, I feel like you have to go to the Cavs. The Cavs are the first one on here that has like the first typical what I would consider big 3. I don't think the Thunder are the definition of the depth era.
They are. I would put the Thunder up there in that like big 3 category because of Chet Holmgren. But obviously it's Shea, Chet, Jalen, Jalen Williams. I cannot speak this morning, but that's it. The Cavs, I'm shocked that they're down at like tier 3. Honestly, I thought they'd be up there with Denver because as much as Aaron Gordon has improved his game from the early years of what he was down in Orlando, and especially when he first got to Denver, I get the trio, but I don't think that trio as a whole is better than the Cavs.
That's the thing. It's like, are the top 8 for the Denver, like Art saying, shout out everybody in the comments. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Art says we need 8 quality players. It's like,
I agree.
Are the Denver's 8 quality at this point better than the Cavs 8 quality? Maybe, but like even after that, you get to the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks have a big 3.
OG Anunoby is the first name listed on this trio.
What is that? And maybe it's alphabetical order, but I just don't get that. To have the Atlanta Hawks this high up and not have Trae Young considered in their big 3.
Yeah, that they go. Yeah, so they do this by tiers. This whole article by tiers, And in tier 4, ascendant young teams, it doesn't even for the Hawks. It has the Hawks. It says Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, and Zachary Ricochet. Where's your best player?
I don't get that. And then right under that, with the another ascendant young team, you've got Cade, Ron Holland, and Asar.
Ron Holland and
I would put Duran in there. I feel like the picking which are the best 3 players on the team is just
they instead of ranking like the best trios on a team, they put it into tiers of like what could be, because like you get to the Rockets, it's Alperen Sengun, Reed Shepherd, who has barely played a full NBA game in his career, and then Amin Thompson.
Yeah.
Where's KD? The biggest move of the offseason, and you don't include him in the trio.
It's fine. And I mean, where are the Grizzlies on this? I mean, that's where we're at. That's what we do on this show. And to get all the way, Grizzlies are in tier 7, which is behind tier 6 on this list. Tier 6 is old stars with big questions, which is cool. That's fine. I think you can guess which teams are on here. Then they have changing the course is where the Grizzlies are. They have Jaren and Jaws, 2 of the 3. I found it interesting that they had Cedric Coward as the 3rd best player currently on the Grizzlies roster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just, with the rankings we just talked about, I don't even think they're going by best player. Like, that's the thing. And you put Cedric over Jalen Wells right now.
Yeah.
Over Zach Edey. Like, you want to talk about best trios? Yeah, guys who have played basketball with this Grizzlies team. Now, granted, I get it that we jumped up to number 11 to get Cedric Coward, but you have Jalen Wells, and Zach Edey. Now, their biggest thing throughout the entire Grizzlies section is talking about players coming off of injuries this year.
Yes,
and at the end of it, I do agree this team is going to go as far as John Jaren can take them. This team is built around them. It's funny because you talked about it. They talked about not wanting to call it a big 3. They called it depth.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies structured their roster to be built around not 3 players anymore, hence why Desmond Bane is down kicking it in Disney World. Around John Jaren. Now, granted, Ja's probably going to play opening night because, we have, like everyone has said, we haven't even got a Grizz PR tweet about it yet. The only PR tweet we will get is when the injury report comes out on Monday or Tuesday of
next week.
Next week. Next week on the next Tuesday when it comes out. And Jaren will probably be questionable. And everyone's like, oh, he's going to play. And all of a sudden, here comes Jaren. And all of a sudden, we blow out the Pelicans by hopefully 20 points or something.
Yep.
It's an out-of-touch list. I agree with Wayno. You look at the Grizzlies, I think, but even before Cedric, yes, he has potential to be probably he has potential to be top 2 guys on this team. That's his ceiling on this team right now, if things go to plan, as everyone hypes him up to be. But right now, you have to put Wells or Edey as a 3rd person on that list. Heck, you want to go trios? I would even argue KCP you put on the trios right now over Cedric Coward. I love Cedric Coward. I love what I've seen from him in preseason. But with this list, you got to put one of those 3 guys above Cedric right now.
It's an out-of-touch list, and for me, it's just kind of like an out-of-touch idea so much the apron has changed the league as such where big 3s are just not the currency of the league anymore. Like it's not, and they do a good job of saying like the NBA's in its step there. Then why did we need this list? That's my thing. I mean, I get it that they're like us looking for stuff to talk about with the season really close away. But for me, it's just like, you can't start the list off by being like depth is the most important thing that matters, but here's the top 3 players on each team, because it's just I just don't get it.
I will say they in this area they kept the rookie vibe going well because they put Cedric on there. They put VJ Edgecombe on the Philadelphia 76ers over Paul George, which we know Paul George can give you, which is an injury riddled season. And there was one more I just saw on here. Oh, it was Cooper Flagg with the Mavs. Yeah. Like there was a section of like three teams right there where they put in 3 rookies. So I applaud that. But like you said, this list it's pointless. If you're going to name it depth era, then rank each team's top 3 players.
Yeah, and I will say that they do a good job of there are a lot of teams in here that they pile up on. Like the stuck in the middle section's really long, the rebuild section's really long, rebuilding. Like there's a lot of teams that they are out on. So they're not out on the Grizzlies, but it just seems like
they put the Bucks and old stars with big questions.
Yep. I mean, it's
Giannis. How old's Giannis? Is he
30?
Is he 30?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, he's older than me. 30. He's 30 exactly. He's younger than me. I'm not 30. I'm 35. What am I talking about? He is 30, and he will turn 31 in December. So
still in that prime section.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, the 2 teams at the top of this list are probably the teams with the top 8 players. That's my thing. It's like you start the whole conversation is about the best trios in the league, and then number 1 and number 2 are the teams, and arguably number 3 and 4 are the teams that have the top 8 best guys.
Yeah, we're talking about, you said depth. Why not go through and break down each team's depth and do a little bit more work into your article, ESPN?
Because that's not the name of the game.
It's not the name of the game.
But
also the fact that they the Grizzlies start the Grizzlies section off with, here's all you need to know about the state of things in Memphis, and then it goes on to list like every single injury possible, and then at the end of it goes, it goes as far as Morant and Jackson can take it, which is true.
Yep,
this team is built around them.
Yep, and I mean, like, once again, Wayno's right. Health is the number 1. That's going to be our number 1. It's like, if it's always number 1, it's always that dastardly number 1, and we'll see if it's on the Grizzlies' side this year. I mean, knock on wood, it will be. We're
preseason is any indication, the ankle sprain, which hasn't gotten a PR tweet, I think we're fine.
Yeah,
for now.
Yep.
No, like I said, knock on wood. Do your prayers, do everything.
T's and T's.
Yeah, like I said, I think we're fine for now.
Yep.
It's just, I know when everyone gets a PR tweet, it's going to be dreaded, whether it's a signing or not. Everyone's going to be like, oh, everyone's heart's going to stop for a second, because I know 90% of this Grizzlies fan base has that deadgum PR email thread or the PR notifications on Twitter.
Yep.
So
me too. I'm one of them. But we're just going to not worry about that till next week. Hopefully not. Let's take a really quick break, because that's enough basketball. We got a lot of college sports. We have so much college to talk about. We're jumping in a day early than we normally do.
So much happened.
Good Lord. We will be right back to talk about that after this quick break.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day 1. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
Also, I need to say this to Arkansas fans. Please don't advocate for Bobby Petrino to get that job back. Have some damn self-respect.
They already are.
That's respect for yourself, brother. Yeah. Please. I've read so many reports. I've talked to some people behind the scenes, and it's a real thing.
It is.
It's very.
It has
possible.
momentum.
Look outside. Look outside before you even think about hiring Bobby Petrino. But I'm scared they're just gonna hop right back into the after. A decade ago, this guy was making a mockery.
Yeah,
mockery your program. I just think you need to have a little more self-respect in that. But hey, winning cures all, to be honest. So,
especially when you got a coach that's just a short drive down I-40 that you can come calling on. But I'll leave that alone. There's too much momentum. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's too much momentum for Bobby Petrino to get that job. And there's rumors of 25-30 mil in the NIL fund. The coffers are going to cough up to make his Arkansas team good again. I guess we'll see.
Tune into the Two Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. We are presented by Trilogy Tattoo. We are also presented by Grind City Brewing. I have graphics. I am a bad host, and I did not prepare them. I will have them tomorrow. We've got a big thing this weekend that we're going to be advertising. Tune in. Rusty, forgive me. I'm sorry. And we are also presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, which, if you want to head on over there and play along at home, we're going to be jumping over there for this next conversation because the AP Top 25 Week 8 poll was announced. And, well, there was so much that happened this weekend. Let's just, before we get into let's talk about the Oregon game first, because there was a lot of rising and falling in that game.
Yes.
And we like to talk about the odds there. We've been out on Indiana for a hot minute. Indiana rose 4 spots to number 3.
Yep.
Oregon fell 5 spots to number 8. What out of this game, man? Like, what jumped out to you? I mean, like, I'm curious. I'm going to look. Yeah, do I have it? I do have it. I'm going to see. If Oregon's odds, they are still favored to make the playoffs after that loss.
Yes.
I don't think that was.
Which means you're going to get 3 or 4 AC or Big Ten teams.
No question, because Indiana is also they're minus 20,000.
As they should be now.
Yep. Now there's no. That's where they're right where they should be.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that game first. So, like, what does this? You're right. Does 3 Big Ten teams? Is that what this means? That's what this is.
You're looking at 3, and I don't know who the 4th could be. It's now with the, which we'll talk on here in a minute, with the Penn State falling into the abyss of darkness. Now I do not know what exactly how that's going to shape up, but no, this game in general, Luke, it felt like Indiana was just they were in control the entire game. And they won by 10. They were down early, and they were down in the first. They were in control the entire game. I mean, you look at what crap. I just had it pulled up. Dead gummit, Jared, computer work. There you go. I mean, Mendoza did what he had to do. He's not going to flash anything at you. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 215 yards. They ran for 111 yards. Like, nothing on the stat sheet is going to jump out onto the page. But Luke, like I said, they forced 2 interceptions on Dante Moore, and Dante Moore did not have a good game. The defense played well, and it just, like I said, you watched that game, and you felt, if you looked at the final score or you had to guess the final score without looking at the score and just watching the game, it felt like Indiana, to me, won by 20. That's just how in control they were on the road in Oregon.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. They were in Oregon.
You can't call them fake. You can't call them pretenders anymore. They are 6-0 in Kirk Cignetti. He said it best. All he does is win. You can Google him, but he's won at every level. And I understand the criticism from last year because lost big to Ohio State, lost big in the playoff. This year he's got something to prove, and so far so good. He's passed the eye test in the first 7 weeks.
He's so far so very good, I would argue. The other, who else just plummeted?
Also too, they won time of possession by 7 minutes.
Man,
you do that in college football, you're winning majority of the time.
I would say that's a good way to win the game.
Yeah. When I said they controlled the game the entire way, they held the ball
7 minutes.
Yes.
That's pretty damn good. That's the thing. If you do that, college football is a pretty easy math equation. If you don't turn the ball over and if you control the time of possession, you can win the football game. Before we talk about teams that are actually ranked, let's talk about Penn State for a second, because they plummeted into the abyss of past the point of no return. Franklin's gone. Adios. How many seasons was he there? I don't even know.
He was there for a while.
He
got hired from Notre Dame and
I don't remember. It doesn't matter because he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone now, and as long as Yeah, he's gone now, and as long as he doesn't take another job, he's sitting on $50 million.
Good God, that must be nice.
Imagine either of us getting fired from our jobs and getting paid $50 million to sit at home and do nothing.
I would never have to. I would do nothing for the rest of my life. I could
I'll do
live.
nothing.
That's not what I want to talk about. The other team that plummeted, as much as you can plummet in these rankings, Vanderbilt. That's where it was. King Meeks. That's right.
All
The
good.
Oklahoma fell
8
spots. They were in the top 10. 14th.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rivalry game, and in rivalry games, no matter how good or how bad teams look, stats and everything go out the window in rivalry games. And
Every
Texas
time.
came back and won it. Now, granted, Oklahoma's run game non-existent, and Brent Venables, he was asked about his run game in the post-game presser, and all of a sudden, in the span of like 20 seconds, he reverted it back to our defense has got to play better. Brother, your defense is going to give up more than 3 points in a game. And now, granted, you never want to give, like, as a defensive coordinator, you pride yourself in not wanting to give up a score on every possession. You scored 6 points. If they're asking you about your offense, I would stick on that and not your defense. Like, you should never go into it in a game and expect to win 6-3, which is basically what Venables was alluding to in his press conference. Mateer looked a little off. He's come back from that surgery on his thumb, and he still threw 3 interceptions. That was the downfall right there. So not really the defensive part. Arch Manning looked a little bit better. He went 21-27.
Holy cow, man. Watching this kid, though, the inconsistencies, the ups and the downs.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the inconsistencies are crazy. 166 yards, 1 touchdown as well. Like I said, nothing on the box score is going to be flashy, but those 3 interceptions by Mateer and the non-existent run game of 48 total yards by the Oklahoma Sooners.
Man, it's bad.
It is gone, non-existent, and it's not the defense's fault when you turn the ball over and can't run the ball as well. So,
I mean, Vegas isn't totally out on them. They are still. I mean, they're still. As of now, FanDuel has them at plus 220 to make the playoffs,
Oklahoma?
minus 280. Yeah, minus 280 to miss. So they're kind of like
they're on the edge.
They're on the edge. They're on the bubble, which is, I mean, that's not where you want to be if you're a team in the SEC. You don't want to be on the bubble. The 2 more teams that I want to talk about in here. Well, I mean, 2 teams that seem to be just barreling toward a head-to-head matchup, hopefully on College Game Day on Beale Street. You have South Florida jumps Memphis.
Yes.
They jump 5 spots. They are now in the top 20. They are 19. Memphis is number 22.
Yeah, Memphis bumped up 1 without even playing a game.
Yep.
Which, I mean, bye week, other teams fell pretty. I mean, might as well. South Florida, for right now, I mean, deservedly jumps. You get a big conference win over a team who was undefeated previously. Let's see. In that ball game, you look at tied at halftime, and then all of a sudden, South Florida said, "All right, we're done. We're really done messing around." That third quarter, 28-7, Luke.
That's bad.
You look at that third quarter, and it's going to go down the drive chart right here. Touchdown, South Florida. Interception. Touchdown, South Florida. A fumble return for a touchdown on the defensive side of the ball. Then North Texas scores touchdown. South Florida touchdown. Turnover on down. Punt. They came out, made their adjustments, especially on defense, and found some certain holes in the North Texas offense. I didn't get to watch a lot of this game because I was calling my own game because it was on Friday night. But South Florida, I think, showed that they are still a large threat. We knew they were good when they knocked off Florida and Boise State early in the year. Please, for the love of all things holy, bring College Game Day to Beale Street.
Yep.
Oklahoma losing kind of eases that, I think. Yeah. You always try to highlight a G5 at some point in the year.
Yes.
What better way to do it when you're staring down the gun of 2 ranked teams at G5 level, winners in the driver's seat to win the conference and get the championship game?
Yep.
Now, also, there's a good chance these 2 teams meet twice this year.
In the championship and then middle of
the season. So there's a good chance, like if Memphis does lose this game, there's a solid chance that they have a chance at revenge. And it, how sweet would it be? Like, if that's the storyline. We like looking at storylines. You obviously want Memphis to win that first game. But also, if you win that first game, it makes you a little bit more nervous going into that championship game if you do meet again.
Question. And I mean, right now, FanDuel has Memphis as their odds to make the playoffs. Yes, plus 235. South Florida's plus 300. So I think the American is going to be really, really fun to watch, to keep an eye on. I mean,
let's just real quick. While I have it pulled up, if I can. Okay, here we go. The standings right now as it stands. Anyways, North Texas is 1-1 in the conference. Army's 2-2. Florida Atlantic's 2-1. And here's where you get to all the undefeateds left that have one loss overall. Tulane's 2-0, 5-1 overall. South Florida's 2-0, 5-1 overall. Memphis 2-0, 6-0 overall. Navy is 4-0 in conference and 6-0 overall. I think this is a conference. Actually, no, this is not a conference where everyone plays everyone. I do not believe, because there's like 12 teams in here just by looking at the eye.
Yeah.
There is a chance. I think Memphis will be there regardless, I think, because they play Navy, they play South Florida, they play Tulane. Do they play Navy this year? Or am I crazy?
I think so.
Yeah, they play Navy at home. Yes, Navy's last game of the year. Luke, there's a weird possibility you have a weird tiebreaker for this championship game.
I know, man. I know.
I hate it when you have a conference. I hate it when you have a G5 conference that's so big where you don't get everyone playing each other, which I think they have 8 conference games in there? 2 or no, 8, 9, one of the 2. Still, this conference is going to be fun to keep an eye on. I think this is one of the more fun G5 races, that we've had to watch.
Yes, I would agree. I mean, we're halfway through the season and it's still a 4-horse race. I mean,
what we saw Cincinnati go undefeated before they moved to the Big 12 and get in to the number 4 spot. Then last year was the first time of the 12 team playoff last year, and Boise State was kind of the front runner the entire way. You're looking at 4 potential teams right now that are like, hey, that are all in the same conference nonetheless.
That are all receiving votes.
All receiving votes. It's going to be a fun one to watch. I mean, if there's nothing like watching G5 races because they get so competitive, and it's honestly some of the better football you watch too.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh gosh, I will be coming to game day if they come.
If they are in Memphis, when is that? Not this week.
Next weekend.
Is it next weekend? Let's see. Week 9. Yeah, I think it's week 9.
Shoot.
Week 9, as it stands right now, it is an 11 a.m. kickoff between South Florida and Memphis.
Lordy.
So if that is the case, I may have to make a little trip down and come on out to game day. But right now, that is the best game. I mean, you have Ole Miss, Oklahoma, but Oklahoma just lost. And Ole Miss just got game day for this upcoming week, not in Oxford. But
they're not going to get back to back
for the game in Georgia. Yeah, 100%. Edward, I don't think they can flex that time. I think it's already set in stone. You have Missouri Vanderbilt. That's a TBD time. Texas Mississippi State. I don't think you're going to go to Davis Wade for that. Sorry, Rusty. There's another game on here. I think it's LSU Texas A&M. That could be the game that
might be it.
That could be the game that steals it. You need LSU to somehow lose. Wait, if they play this week, you need them to somehow lose.
Lame.
Week 8. Does LSU play? They do. If Vanderbilt beats LSU, then I think I can pencil it in for game day in Memphis on Beale.
Man, gosh.
Everyone root for Vanderbilt this week.
We're all Vandy fans this weekend. Gross. I hate saying that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a Vandy fan. Yeah, if LSU, Edward, we're all on the right page. If LSU loses, we get it. So we all hate LSU. I mean, we all hate LSU, I guess, a lot of the time, but we really hate them this weekend. Speaking, it's time for our daily dose of It's a Trap, named after Admiral Akbar. Sponsored by FanDuel.
Almost the Ole Miss mascot while we're talking on college football.
Mascot of college football, Ole Miss, the man. So last time you and I did this,
yes,
we did the Heisman Trophy odds on Friday.
Yes.
after the weekend, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the Heisman Trophy odds again, the updated Heisman Trophy odds. So the name of the game, it's Trap. I'm going to give you 3 bets. You tell me which one's a trap, like Admiral Akbar. So the updated Heisman Trophy winner odds after this weekend. Which one of these is a trap? Is it A, Fernando Mendoza plus 300 to win the Heisman Trophy? B, Ty Simpson plus 320 to win the Heisman Trophy? Or C, Marcel Reed plus 1,600 to win the Heisman Trophy?
There's a name missing. I can't think of it. Oh, there's a name that should be with Mendoza, and I cannot think of it. Not Mendoza. Can you say those names one more time? I know Mendoza. Yep. You said was
Mendoza plus 300.
Yeah, you said Ty was plus 320.
320, and Marcel Reed plus 1,600.
That plus 300 range is the favorite. I feel like. Don't think Mendoza's it's okay. Ty is up there. I know that. I'm blanking on who that other guy who the third one that could be in that top 3. Either way, I think I know my answer. Oh wait, Carson Beck's having a good year. It's Mendoza, isn't it?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, I was like, I could not think of Carson Beck's name to save my life. I was like, I know that plus 300 range is usually around the favorite wise.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ty is up there. I know that.
You were so Ty and Marcel Reed were right. I'm so glad I got to watch that happen. It was literally Carson Beck and Mendoza. Mendoza's third. He's plus 430, but Carson, watching you remember Carson Beck, that was a joy.
I could not think of his name.
I was like, oh, he knows it. He knows it. He just can't remember it.
I know. I was like, I just because like I didn't want to say Mendoza, and then like I was like, no, it is Mendoza who's up there. I was like, wait, are you serious?
Yep.
But
man, this is crazy because we did this on Friday.
Yeah.
Oregon's
Dante Moore was the favorite, right?
Yep. And now Dante Moore is currently this is
he dropped a lot.
Plus 20. I mean, he's not in the top 6. He's not in the top 6 in the odds. I looked at. I mean,
man,
Mendoza, Carson Beck, Ty, they have kind of stayed in it, and we might be heading towards those 3. We'll see.
Yeah, I might be heading toward those 3 getting the invite to New York.
I mean, it's been really cool to follow this and see all the variants. I like it.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, it's your first Tuesday on the show, and on Tuesday with Tube. This is where we talk about what we watch on TV. I can go first because I watched something really lovely yesterday. Nice. John Candy is one of my favorite comedians of all time, one of my favorite actors of all time. Mm-hmm. I love the guy. I mean, I don't know him personally, but he's one of my favorites. If I love the question, if you could invite 3 people living or dead to dinner, who would it be? He's on my list. There's an awesome documentary on Amazon for free that is Ryan Reynolds and Colin Hanks' son produced it. And it's an hour and a half, and it's lovely. It's just about John Candy. It's about his life, about him, about his passing. It's just really good. Couldn't recommend it enough. Nice and heartfelt thing. I can't. My partner's out of town all week, and I was going to come in here and say The Exorcist, but apparently it's weird to watch that as much as I do, so I didn't want to do that. So, what did you watch? What are you watching?
I got a few things. So together, Amy and I are going back and rewatching the Flash series.
Oh, heck yeah, dude!
Yeah, like you can see the
yeah.
Right there. I watched it all the way through. Was disappointed in later seasons, but that's one thing that we go through. Like whenever we sit down to eat dinner, we throw it on. We watch. We just got to the end of season 1 right now.
First couple seasons of that show were fire.
The first few seasons were great, dude. I love that show. She is big on like Dancing with the Stars, Love is Blind right now. I every once in a while I'll peek at those while she's watching them. On my end, I have 3 different shows I'm trying to go through right now. One of them is Dexter. I watched it up to like season 4 last time, and I'm trying to get back to it, even though I've heard of how iffy the ending is on the original.
Yes, but I haven't watched any of the new seasons. Kyla's watched. She loves the new stuff. So I'm with you. I kind of want to go back and rewatch the old stuff to get ready for the new stuff.
I am also trying to catch back up on The Boys because I know their last season's coming up as well.
Yep.
And I'm currently back on season 3 right now. And then I see Edward and Keegan Meeks talking about it in the comics. I just started Peacemaker. I didn't get on the hype train early, so I just got on to Peacemaker.
I'm
So
on
that's good.
season 2. I haven't watched season 2 yet. Season 1 I loved.
Yeah, I am. I'm early stage of season 1 right now, and it so far so good. I like it so far. I'm like through like the first 2 or 3 episodes of it.
Man, quick sidebar. John Cena's got veins in places I didn't know you could have veins.
Yep.
I always
You're talking about like squiggly one on his shoulder.
dude, what is that? That's exactly the one I'm talking about. That's exactly the one. I'm like, I see that. I
Every
see that.
time,
I'm like,
as a wrestling fan, whenever he wrestles and I see it, I'm like, how do you? How?
I'm gonna be like, is that ringworm, brother? What is that? You know,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
that's gonna do it for our show today.
Oh man!
If you have ringworm, get that checked out.
Please get that checked.
Get that checked out. It ain't good. It ain't healthy. I will be back tomorrow. Jared's going on vacation.
Oh yes,
He'll be back later this week. Maybe when you come, I don't know. You may never come back.
Also, we come back. I'll be back. I'll be back on here Friday.
Friday.
We come back on Thursday night. So we leave tonight. Spend the night there. Get to our hotel. Wednesday, the day we're gonna do a lot of stuff up there. Just enjoy a little nice break, and then Thursday we're gonna hit some stuff on the way out. We're not gonna want to get back super late, but like some thrift shops on the outer side of Nashville that she likes to go to, like K's and stuff and whatnot. She's gonna want to hit those. So yeah, we're coming back Thursday. Be back Thursday evening ish, Thursday or afternoon. But yeah, I will be back on Friday.
Heck yeah. Well, you have a good vacation. Everybody have a good day at work today. Enjoy the nice weather. If we can leave you with anything at all, remember these 2 things. 1, be a little weird. 2, smile. Bye, guys. Have a good day. See everyone tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.